Oh, happy flipping Friday. Happy new moon, everyone. We're coming with some residual energy, excuse us. And I am here with Danra, Soul Illuminations with Danra, my very good friend, my I tell everyone, past lives at first sight.
My
You don't
wife,
know
my
it?
sister wife.
Yes. I was a wife to Danra. We both knew it right away. We both got it. And I was like, how do I become a wife to somebody I don't know? So I'm so happy and excited to interview her today, have her on my channel because Danra was my very first experience with being able to see somebody else's messages. And divine guidance brought me to her. So I'm excited to share that story. But first, let me just introduce and have her introduce herself. Danra, very much so welcome. And go ahead.
Thank you, Nina. Number one, obsessed with you. Number two, I love you. And number
I love you
three,
too.
we're going to do this all the time because we are obsessed and love each other. So I bet
Yes.
this is the first in many, and we won't shut up. So somebody's going to have to say, stop talking, and then we'll do it again another week.
The script, that's what they said. You don't need a script. So I'm like, okay,
No,
no questions? No, we're not.
yeah. So,
Yes.
by some amazing twist of fate, I live in Vermont and you live on the other side of the country, as far
California.
away as possible. However, we are going to meet up in June in Virginia, and it's going to be very exciting.
Everyone
Um,
excited.
yeah, so thank goodness for Nina because I started my woo woo last February or so, and then I got my light languages in on October. Still can't really translate. I get a feeling, but you and I super connected because you can translate all light languages. And wow, we were just like, you just kind of get drawn in. And I was always like desperate to know what exactly am I saying?
Mhm.
Like I know that I'm healing and that the vibe is benevolent and it's giving out, energy that is for the greatest good. But you
Mm.
have such vivid images of what you see and hear, and you speak your own. I'm just, yeah, there was that was no accident from spirit that they put us together when they did, because it's like she needs to
Exactly.
learn how to translate and she needs to learn how to speak it. And now, yeah.
And I think it's such a blessing for us to be drawn together and then also to be given the access to each other because we do share very similar images when spirit is talking to us with our sticker on the feet. Danra and I just had an experience where I saw somebody sticking light language on a feet and on feet, and she saw the same thing. I saw a silk screen of it going on people's feet, and it was kind of it's very magical to be
And
seeing the same things.
the little snuggy bear, I was
Yes.
afraid to trust spirit and just fall off the cliff. And then when I did, I went like hee hee, like in the commercial. Like it was like I was a teddy bear and I landed on 50,000 soft things, like an inch off of the
Huh?
edge of the cliff. And you're like, what is that bear doing jumping off that cliff?
Yeah. I see a person falling back into a bear, and I was like, I was thinking about water. Who is that? And it was
Yes.
Danra.
I was like,
Same,
oh.
the same thing that she's seeing with her guides. They're showing to me as if I'm watching it on the television, and I'm like, excuse me, no, I'm on Channel River. Who is that? And that facilitation of crossed energy, us being so far apart, I think that speaks volumes as to the connection that people actually have.
Yeah.
Um, that string that we talk about, that light that we talk about, and that is something that illuminates very much so when we're together and when we're around each other. When we're around each other on this in this way, it's very, they're just like, they're buzzing right now. They're showing me like so much stuff. It's really weird.
You
And the
know,
only, like, right now it was just like energy, stop, energy, and I'm like, yes, okay,
no,
more.
no secrets. I love that.
I was like, energy. I'm like, okay, what else? And they're like, energy. And I think what they want me to talk about a lot right now is the healing capability that you have and offer, and how much light you bring. And you're, it's kind of like the light that you see from the side of your eye where you're like, what is that? And that's why you're here with this light language, and that it's picked up for you quite some bit, right, in the physical form, where you can kind of, where you said you can throw a stick and find somebody woo now. Find a connection.
You mean like how the languages came out, or like people in Vermont accepting
People
it?
in Vermont accepting it
Oh,
now,
okay.
and you finding your like physical tribe.
Yeah, so I have in-person groups. We actually have one tomorrow, so I get all excited about that. I have a little office here in Vermont, and I have like max capacity for 8 people, and we had 9 last time, so we're, selling out. And then I went to the Waterbury Library. I mean, I went to the library. I'm like, hey, I speak these weird alien languages. Are you cool with that? And they're like, sure.
Yeah,
And
you have a
they
book on it.
yeah. There were 16 people who showed up, and I gave them like ample time. Be like, listen, on the woo scale, this is an 11. I am not offended if you run out, like flames come off of your feet. You're like, I did not expect this to be what it was. I'm getting the hell out of here. Nobody left. And then afterwards, like 3 people came up to me and they gave me that little whisper, like, we speak light languages too.
Oh, I love that.
Like go in a little corner and like
Yes.
now we've had other meetings, and yeah, anyway, and then I do some on Zoom. So, not everybody lives in Vermont. I wanted to give people full access. And what's cool is that every single time I have new languages. So, and I've tried to like, it used to be once a month. I was very like, they told me that I'm kind of gatekeeping it, that they needed to do it very slow and methodical, my
Right.
Capricorn. They're like, she needs
Safer.
it to be a little controlled, like don't
Yeah.
just fling it at her. And so once a month, they come through in a very specific sequence, and that's how I present them in the groups. And now just like randos will come in. I'll be like, sure, I don't
Let's talk.
I'm pretending that I'm relaxed sometimes. So yeah, I'm just letting
Okay.
yeah.
And this has to do with the nets that you and I speak about.
Oh.
These are
Yeah.
all those different color nets, and that's what they're bringing up. So when Danra and I were talking not too long ago, out of nowhere there came this vision of these quantum nets that kind of that go out, that we cast out and find our peeps. And
Yep.
that is what that was. Is we didn't know, Danra wasn't sharing that she was starting these groups yet. And then these groups happen, and it's like we start seeing these nets, and that's what we're supposed to do just for our area or the capacity in which we meet, however it may be. There is a purpose for this, for the energy to get to those who need it, and the healing, and the light codes, and the essence of presence.
Oh,
Okay.
kind of rhymes on
Okay, let's write that down. An essence of presence, because you will give that to people, because there is that comes with your light language, is an essence of presence. And therefore it's like that's what ignited the translation in me, is
Mm,
your words. Know I didn't know that I was going to translate until you shared your light language with me. And then
mhm.
I got those images, and I was like, and then once you confirmed what you got and who Atara was and who my uncle was, I was like, oh my gosh, this is the same. So the similarities, how would you see that as a channeler? How do you explain the similarities within the messages that we receive and share with each other? How would you explain?
You mean besides us being sister wives and having known each
Besides
other
that,
for millennia?
beyond that stuff, after. No.
That is almost wow, Nina.
Yes.
You have
Yes.
perplexed me because I just always thought it was the depth of our connection from forever. And we keep asking, or I keep relentlessly asking spirit, like, there was no mistakes about how this particular group of women, not just us together, we're in Nicole Pope's mediumship
Mhm.
group, and there has been about 12, I don't know
Yeah.
how many exactly there are, but we just kind of all intuitively know that we were supposed to intersect at this time, and like we're drawn
Hmm.
into each other like cling wrap. And I keep asking, like, what is the divine purpose of this? Are we supposed to amplify things? What is happening? And they said not necessarily together, but we do absolutely enhance each other's abilities. And like for you, for sure, like I was depressed all week this week. Like there's a lot of like pretty heavy collective issues, in the collective, and just like shadow work
Okay.
things.
Hmm.
And whenever I'm with you or the women in that group, it's like it doesn't even, you just remember. It's like,
Yes.
look at Nina. She is made of light. I am made of light. And together we're like, you know?
Exactly. It just takes you
So,
to a whole different place.
yeah. So that doesn't answer your question, except that.
Well, this will be your point. Yeah, this will be the moment of that where you can actually do that, where the perception of the energy coming in is going to come to you in a way that kind of, it's going to do that little, what is that? And that perception. Um, it's like a stream of light, a stream of energy, another channel, if you will, of light language that connects us. So instead of it being like this, it's being like this on this plane. Okay, light language, different level, just different dimension, just different vibration. Same thing, different vibration. Those things can operate at the same time. Pat your head, rub your belly. That's what they're showing me. Pat your head, rub your belly. It facilitates at the same time. We have to understand that it's beyond us.
Mm.
The
Yeah,
way that
there's
they're, yeah, go, keep going, talk.
no, I'm wanting to honor your, see, this is a perfect example of how you're able to take something incredibly complex that I can't find the human words to describe. And I think what you just did there was beautifully captured it. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for saying that. Um, yeah, that this is a conversation of growth and learning. So that's the part that we're going to bring ourselves into perception of. And it's a different form of connection. So if we tap into that, so you and I need to tap into that. We need to have heart center, a heart center facilitation. And I
Okay.
don't know what that,
See, I knew that we were going to do some kind of channeling when we got on today, whether we were going to talk to Isis or because you had said that Isis has been coming to you in this last week.
yeah, I can feel her. Um, and it is like you said, where she's just like
Yeah.
arms crossed, like I'm here, I'm coming,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I'm like, okay, okay, okay. And then when I saw the Sophia Code, we're reading a book called the Sophia Code that was referred to me, and this book is very hard because the wording is very different from how I grew up.
Mm.
So you have to be comfortable with the uncomfortable and view them as words and new information and not so much as your matter of fact.
Okay.
It's not my matter of fact. But it is factual information that I'm reading.
So I have the Sophia Code right there, and I'm going to read it while you're reading it. But for me and the viewers, maybe who don't know, now my understanding of Sophia is like the divine feminine, uh,
Yes.
kind of counterpart
Yes.
to the okay. And so when you were talking about like how you were reading it, you were taking it in a different way than you normally would. Can you?
Yes. So each entity that's going to come forward in the chapters is a description of like the power that they hold, yield, offer, and then there is at the end a key code, kind of like a download. You'll go through a facilitation of how to welcome that entity into your energy and this concept that they have put in words here into you and your belief and your, just your motivation of energy. They're like different chapters and different they're called I mean, they're telling me they're grand energies, but I'm seeing like guides, I mean, like Isis, like deities. um
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, but it's um to embody the essence, and I think that's what we already have a hard time with, is kind of embodying a divine feminine or a
Yes.
natural femininity in
Yeah.
general. We're like,
Mhm.
oh, that's not safe.
Yeah.
That's what that's what this new teaching for us is, and that's kind of what this book does and offers. It's so different from what we're used to when it comes to masculine and feminine energy and how it's explained and offered to us as the great divine, that
Mhm.
it really does make you like sit there and go, how am I in my feminine right now? How are my thoughts? Are they masculine? How is my energy? Am I being defensive? And I can still be in the creative energy while having a feminine approach to it with dominance. A strength in the femininity. I think that's what we're learning in this book. And so I'm not used to that. I'm not used to saying God is a female or the creator is a male or female. But it's not about what sex it is. It's about just the energy of. There
Mhm.
is there to me there is no male female on the other side. It just is. So I believe that's total ego. But putting the word of the divine feminine in my brain in this manner, I
Mhm.
think is really important because I don't have that natural dialect
Mhm.
already. So I think that's what I'm going to get from it.
Yeah, I'm excited to read it, but I have been trying to find, I don't know if balance is the right word, but to honor both sides. Like it's not like outright rejecting the masculine, because you
Right.
need a masculine container to fully express the divine feminine.
And the
But
other way around. The
yeah,
masculine
yeah,
can't fully explain without the support of the
exactly.
feminine.
Yeah, so and man, these Egyptian goddesses, they really don't fuck around, do they? I mean,
Oh, not
Isis
at all.
is relatively gentle compared to
Hmm.
like Sekhmet and Ishtar. I mean, they just progressively keep getting more and more like,
Hmm.
there is no way to ignore them. I mean,
Because you're
Sekhmet,
not different from them. I think that's what they keep trying to show you.
yeah,
You're not separate. They picked you because you match their energy.
good Lord. Well,
Yeah,
but
exactly. Imagine
yeah,
what I see looking through this darn camera and
I
what you
know.
see in me. That's the same thing they see in us. And we're all like, no, I don't think so. Are you sure? Not me, my friend, my past life. And they're like, no, you right now, here, lock arms with me. Let's walk. Let me
Yeah.
tell you why. And I think that's what it is. It's like, let me tell you why. And it's really like, let me give you my ear. Put it in. Go ahead. Put it in like an eardrop. Just whatever they say is true and is. So
Mhm.
imagine being graced with their words and energy, matter of fact, to just be able to receive it and know that you can naturally embody it because it is.
Mhm. So I want to encourage, okay, so for people out there, I'm very left brain scientist. I still have my day job. So I'm like 3D, 5D, 3D, 5D, light being, uh,
Traffic.
faculty meetings or whatever. And so it's like, I'm not fully able to figure that out. But
Mhm.
for people who are like, how do you know that Sekhmet wants to talk to you? Well, they show themselves. Like, literally in my Instagram feed. For some reason, something in my head was like, read about Egypt. I'm like, I don't want to go to Egypt, but okay. And then every time the Sekhmet statue came up, it was like, "Brrr." Like I could actually feel myself buzzing. I'm like, what? It's just a statue. Next time, Sekhmet, brrr. I'm like, okay, who's Sekhmet? And then I learned more about her, do a meditation, and she just like completely like, oh, everybody duck and cover.
She's
What
looking
is
at
this
us.
energy? Yeah, like don't hurt me, but she's not, I mean, very, very, very powerful, but equal power to destroy and heal. So it's a bit like when you're still working out your own worthiness or whatever to be in
Yeah,
that presence, and she's like, stand next to me. What are you doing? You know,
right.
like I'm you, like, well, am I? You know?
Okay, so did you have to, is it intern, or you had to be like a student to a teacher before you got your license? Where you had to see patients with your
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
upper?
Mhm. Oh, what a good analogy,
They
Nina.
just showed me that. They were like, remember, because I used to work in outpatient psychiatry at Stanford, and I had to assign in the IP individual psychotherapies clinic students to patients that match their diagnosis. But the students
Mm,
can't, depending on what year they were, they could see the patients with the physician or without, depending on what year they were. And that's what they were showing me. And I was like, oh, they're showing me like her, like, hey, that's what she meant by get in here with me. It's almost like the doctor is saying, hey, freshman, come on up. I got you. And you can go, oh, how nice. Doctors aren't usually like this. Sure. Okay. And go with them. Yeah. Right. You can feel comfort in it because doctors don't usually present that. So it's very like, oh, sure. I feel safe now because you're offering so much friendliness and openness and guidance. So that's how she came across to me. And um Bastet is who showed me that energy, Sekhmet's sister.
yeah, yeah,
That's how easy it was for me to go, oh, big sister, sure, put my hand up, let her lead you because she knows better, but you're still part of her, so you can still stand here. And that's the energy I got. But yeah, resident,
yeah. I like
geez,
that.
thanks. Ah,
I matched, like we matched for med school with SecMed. Earth school is hard, so I'm not surprised. They're like, okay, time to do some more hard shit. Like, ah,
I'm in my residency. What year? Like,
I haven't slept in 6 years.
I'm
Okay,
just a
sure.
sophomore, huh? Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That this is gonna be something very, and see how spirit shows me these things and why they gave me those experiences. Um, these are the things that I'm grateful for, is having a new career, not even a new job, but a new career every 5 years. That
Mm,
took me in so many different directions. Um, from healthcare to the semiconductor field. Work for analysts. Yeah, very different. So I love the reason why I had an example as to why I needed to be assigning residents to doctors so I can give this
for this
experience,
moment right now, you worked for 5 years just to tell me.
just so that I can deliver. Do you see why? Do you see
Thank
why they
you.
brought us
Thank
together?
you.
You're welcome. It was a great time. Good times, good times. I met a lot of good people. Um, But speaking of the energy that has come in since January, since the fire horse, since the action, do you feel the change? And what is the most significant action change do you think? I want people to understand that all that energy is real, movement is real by your example.
Oh, geez, Louise. Yeah. So, I mean, my everybody's different, but in our mediumship class, our Nicole Pope, she had us like rate 1 to 10, like what are we most affected by, and things like
Mhm.
the eclipse and solar events, and oh,
Mhm.
I'm very much affected by those things. So, when those like astrological events roll around, and I didn't know how to track them for a long time, but it's completely true. The one eclipse I got like they will force rest on me. when it's time to upgrade, because spirit team knows that I will not sit down ever. I will just be sick and still go to work and do a bunch of shit that I shouldn't do. So they're like, So sometimes they'll give me a migraine. Sometimes they'll like pull my back out or whatever. Like, you need to lay down for
Yeah.
exactly 5 days, or whatever it is.
Can
So,
you
yeah.
listen? Okay. So what they just said there is the messages prior to that step is what they're trying to teach you to hear.
Oh, I know. I ignore that.
Oh, okay. No, that's a first reaction. That's going to build something. When you first react towards it, that's going to it's not the connection. It's going to build something else. I don't know what, but that is a they're showing me like a scab
Yeah.
and like flicking the scab off and I'm like, okay. Okay, cool. Keep
Oh
going.
no, they're constantly murmuring in my ear. Why don't you just take a nap? Why don't you rest? Why are you doing this? With love. And
Yes.
so they're drink some more water, all of those things. You don't have to be so hard on yourself. And it's so hard when you're 3D and 5D at the same time, I have to say, because yeah, I was built to be hard on myself. I'm trying to undo that while also doing all these other things.
That's the divine feminine coming to you, just so
Yeah.
you're aware.
Okay.
It says,
I
um,
accept.
yes, because one thing they just told me is look to your kids in the eyes. And one thing is I can look to my kids and be like, are you feeling okay? You need to go lie down? And usually they'll be like, yeah. They were just waiting for somebody to ask or a
Oh.
voice to say, you know what? Yeah, I do. Be like, baby, go lay down. You look really tired or you don't look like you feel good.
Mhm.
That is the divine feminine, the mothering that's coming in for you to have that around. So it's like, it's kind of like, all right, don't listen to the mom that you need is the mom that's there in your ear.
Mhm.
She's providing that guidance. She's listening to your body. She's doing the things. She's doing the things you're missing or you missed one of the two. I don't know if this
Yes.
is a reading. It's
That
very
tracks. That
okay.
tracks.
Okay, it's very motherly. It's so motherly. Like they're trying to they're trying to walk with you in their hands. It's literally like that. But it is something missing or missed.
Yeah.
They're showing me those two words, missing or missed, but that's what they're offering you is those divine moments of love and attention. And it's okay to do the thanks, I will take a nap. Yeah, they want you to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, mommy, okay, go
Thanks,
get my
mom.
blanket. Yeah, blanket time. Like that. They want you to like be cute with it. Like harness it. Harness that moment. Oh, the child light. Okay. And petals. Child light and petals. You're lighting lights in children all around you. Um, so come to them with that once you listen to your mother.
Oh, see, it's so beautiful.
Yes, you can bring that. You'll bring that. That's even brighter than what they'll see before. And your patients are going to see that, are going to feel that. There's going to be a clearance. There's going to be something else there that's going to affect your life. Maybe somebody will continue. I think somebody might come out of your practice.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. Their way that it's like such a okay, cool. Progressive. That's what the way that they said it, progressive. Like, okay, so you know how the therapists are coming forward with the woo in California. Not
Okay.
only can I offer you psychotherapy, I can offer you a woo treatment with your psychotherapy. It's like that. Santa Cruz. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's why progressive. Okay, Santa Cruz.
Progressive.
Okay, so that's where I've seen it. Progressive. Yeah. They're just like, good job, Danra. It's a progressive form of treatment that you'll offer. Okay, cool. You'll get this, but this will come later. This will come months, maybe 6. I see 6-3. 6-3. So I'm not sure if it's 9 or maybe 6 months and 3 days or something like that. Um, but what a lift in light. Oh, yes. Okay, cool. The channeling is so clear. It's like drop your keys in the little bowl and then walk into your office. I can hear like the keys drop. So that's cool. Okay, cool. Let's keep going with this. This is really, I love this message. I love this seeing and this moment of clarity to give to you so that you can have that further communication. Um, so listen when they first whisper as if it is. Picture the Pinocchio when the fairy comes and kisses. This is what it is. They're coming in through a window. They're here to grace you and like kiss you on your forehead, right in the center. We love you. We'll share with you. Listen to our messages. It's a moment that they will like lie with you or give you their energy and cleanse you. That's what that moment is for. It's to keep going forward.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
I don't have children of my own, but my niece I'm obsessed with, and I do use her as my way to reset myself. Like
Mm.
sometimes I have pretty harsh language at myself, or I tell my guides to screw off and I don't rest. And then I try and remember, like, if this was happening to my niece, or I was like, how
Mhm.
does Nina see me? The same way that I see Nina, the same way
Mhm.
that I see my niece. And if anybody was talking like that to them, I would, knock them up the head. Don't talk to this person that I love that way, and yet I do it to myself.
Right.
So I do try and reframe that. And I think in the last, more recent times, I'm better at like feeling the signals from my body and being able to properly respond to when the guides are telling me what to do. I've started to trust that a little bit more implicitly. But no, that is part of my shadow work. I
It's a
control,
breakup.
yeah, releasing control brings a lot of fear for me,
Okay.
'cause it protected me for so long. So uh, there's a lot there.
So what you're doing is you're not protecting yourself. You're relearning how to communicate with yourself.
Mm,
You're releasing words, phrases, tones. You're removing them. So you don't
mm,
even hear them anymore. And when somebody speaks to you in those tones, phrase in that way, it's going to be like a foreign language to you where your body will reject it as not English because
mm,
we don't receive those. That's what
mhm,
I did with my whole life and my relationships. Once I notice a pattern, it's like, no, I don't use those words. I don't use those phrases. We don't talk like that here. You know
mhm,
how we talk? We talk loving. So it's a form of speech. Your words, every time you speak, it's going to reach somebody in a certain way, even if it's reaching yourself. But break up with the fact that you even speak like that. Just break up with it. And that's what in my relationship, that's exactly what I said to my husband. I can't talk like this. We can't deal with things like this. We cannot use these words anymore. This way of approaching things, we can't because my soul said so.
mhm.
Because my soul said so. And that's who I'm going to listen to now. You figure at 40, it's now we're towards the end. The end's in view. I see it. Okay, so I know I'm going downhill. So what do I want for myself? How do I lift? How do I get to a different place than what I was to get up to here? And so that is that belief is I don't communicate like that, not even to myself anymore. Those
Mhm.
words should have never been here. And now I know that. Thank you guys for letting me know. So this is how I communicate. So I really push that on you to break up with that way of speaking. Um, the only time you need that, they're saying when the dark time comes, but it's like when the resistance comes. Like you won't need that because you're in the right place. So you won't even need it. So you don't have to worry about the stress of, can I break up with that? You have to realize where you are now and the energies that you're around and the fact that you don't need it anymore because it doesn't service the energy bubble you're in.
Mhm.
So, and that's where you are. Like, it doesn't even match. It's like, why are you wearing one black sock? It's like, what? Why are you wearing one black sock? You're wearing teal. You know, it's like, I see that white shoe. You got white shoes on. Why are you wearing one black sock? That's off. Change that. And then you got a whole outfit going. Now you can walk. So, yes, that's a training and a learning. And I know it's very hard. But I can imagine what type of love and energy I want to bring when I see you.
Mhm.
How am I going to get there? How am I going to make sure that you receive the purest, strongest energy buzz ever? Is I got to clean my act up. I got to make sure that I'm continuously feeding my heart and the light within it. So, yes, do the same. Be ready for me. Get dressed.
We're going to the 7-Eleven for slushies. Put on your boots and your
Slushy
stupid
on me.
matching socks.
Coconut and cherry,
Uh,
pina colada. But
yeah.
yes, that's exactly right. I mean, I love the way they show me the way that they came, whoever this is that came forward right now is like, tell her, show her, tell her, show her, hurry. And I'm like, okay, tell her, show her, tell her everything that you did. Tell her, show her what you did, how you did it. And that's exactly what it was. But telling my husband was probably the hardest thing. But the reset there, it gave me a sense of power. And
Yeah,
that's what I think Sekhmet will bring to you. But man, I can't wait to see you in June.
I know. Yeah, well, speaking of SecMed and trying to flip this all around, I think I told you that I've started hissing at
Yeah,
myself in the mirror
good. Yeah.
because it's like SecMed is
Mm-hmm.
she's lioness, so this makes sense. I'm not just weird, but yes,
Mm-hmm.
this is weird. I acknowledge
No,
the weird.
it's different.
But yeah, so I was cowering to Sekhmet because her power was ridiculous. And then our new friend Gerald from Tarot Stash, who's amazing, he was
Mm-hmm.
like, no, no, she respects you more if you yell at her. Like, she can take anything. She's not going to be like offended or something. Spit it out. Like, yeah, yell out all of these things that are holding you back. And then she will, now then your work begins. And
Yes.
so yeah, I kind of like lost my mind one day and just started yelling a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And she's like, that's it, here we go, girlfriend, now we're going to start getting to work,
Yeah.
okay? And then since then, occasionally I look at myself in the mirror and I'm just like,
Yeah. That's right.
you you're standing next to me, right? I'm not afraid of you anymore.
Yes.
I'm very grateful for her. That's a very deep lesson that I'm sure, especially now that we're flipping into the divine feminine, that many women are probably going to have to face.
Very much so. And are you experiencing that on the outside of the woo woo with any of your friends that like heavy energy questions about things that are happening? Do you have any of that, or is it just within the woo woo circle that this stuff comes up?
Interesting. Well, I did have some very like heartbreaking rejections from very close friends from 30 years, my very closest friends. So me stepping into this completely opposite way of being and thinking and feeling and doing things is confusing and overwhelming to a lot of people close to
Mm-hmm.
me. So I did lose two very dear friends, and at work, I have had some feedback that basically puts this into the cray cray category. Like there's some interpretations of what's going on as well. She's lost her mind. There's a lot of brain damage comments and things like this. So it's like trying to also keep stepping forward, acknowledging that everybody's going to be at a different place and that I can no longer like, you can't force somebody to like come with you or
Mm-hmm.
have them see you for how you wish that they could see you. And I also understand that just a year ago I was a skeptic too. So if I met myself today, Danra, versus a year ago, I'd be like, who's that lunatic? She just what happened? And so I get it. It's also we're humans, and it's sad to have that, but the new tribe is so much better because yeah, we've just surrounded ourselves with a community of people, and women specifically,
Mm-hmm.
who just get it. Like you said in our light language group, like you think we're weird on camera, just imagine our text chains. So weird. And I love it. There is no part of me that holds back
Mm-hmm.
with you or the women in the group, and that's so beautiful to just step into your full authenticity and that alignment. There's we spend all these years trying to cram ourselves into a different alignment, and once you finally like, you're so your energy is boundless, right?
Mm, thank you.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's no you're it's more exhausting to try and pretend that you are normal or whatever
Yep.
normal is. To
Right.
me now the woo woo is normal, right? It's like,
Mm-hmm.
of course.
Talking to myself is normal. I'm
Yeah,
answering questions. They're asking me. I'm not going to be rude. It's like that's like I tell my husband.
you're
Sorry, I'm not going to
telling
be
me.
rude. They're asking me questions, or they're making me remember something, and I'm all, oh yeah, that's right, huh? Sorry, guys. Like, sorry, I didn't know it later. Yeah, I love that. It is like it's a reset. It's a moment for us to kind of be, oh, okay, to be with our childlike hearts so that we can settle into who we really are, because that was the only time that we could be our true selves, is when we were children. So that makes sense that it would bring us here first before we start getting into our like accepting segment type level,
Uh-huh.
um, allowing us to kind of de-arm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, clear our throats and do all the things to kind of reset, and then it's a real adulthood. It's like adulthood of the heart, adulthood of the soul, acknowledgement of the energies.
Yeah,
This is friend. Yeah.
friend.
Yeah, friend.
I heard on a podcast today, I think it was Spirit Speakers, it's a really good one. But she was saying that the general energy right now is like beyond our stories. What we're confronted with, like segment isn't bringing to me
Yes.
like, oh, this thing happened to you. It's more like now we're really facing, who are you? Like beyond the experiences that it, and that as a human is pretty overwhelming. You're
Right.
like, I have only been one way for almost 50 years, like, and that's what I was yelling at her, like, you expect me to like somehow figure out how to be in this world completely different than how I just spent 50 years in it. Like, you want me to just unravel that?
Hmm.
Cool. Like, I don't know anybody. Are you going to tell me how to do that? Like, these are the things that I yell at Segment.
And these are the answers that you get back. And that's when they whisper, yes, go ahead and lay down. We'll show you. And you're all, no, not yet. Let me get a coffee. But like that,
Yeah.
it's those moments. It's like, are you going to listen? Are you going to listen? Are you going to feel this? So even in your animal interactions that you have on a daily basis, it's almost like a spirit going, Danra. They just showed me like they let me hear a bird tapping on a window.
Oh my God, that just happened today.
Oh, that was somebody
Not,
then.
I am okay. I
Okay, that
have
was a
a
message.
tree right outside my window at work, and this bird flew straight at it and must have been pecking the wood on the. And I was like, a bird has never come to this window before.
Oh, okay, they just like showed it to me. So that was a message. These are little divine messages, and that's what they want to get you to see. Is putting yourself in that childlike place. It gives you a sense of wonder. I wonder if that bird tapped on my window because it was trying to give me a message. It's being in that childlike state of matter of fact that could happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So listen, they're everywhere. And they want you to see the magic that you already have, like around you. Like the things that they're showing me in my head are the things that are already actually, they want me to say it like that, actually happening to you. Like the Pinocchio, like the Snow White. Yeah. It's like literally coming at you. It's like, um, oh, okay, like remember when Kelly said that she saw a bunch of sparkling lights and they look like little stars?
Mm-hmm.
But that's an energetic message traveling, getting to where it needs to go. And all we saw was we saw the scene of the bypass. So that's like how it comes to you, like that. Like it's like little light fairies.
I just bought, my niece is coming to visit me, and we're going to make fairy gardens. So I just bought a whole bunch of stuff to make fairy gardens with her. So it's just funny that you said that. I have them all in
All
little.
right. Yeah. Yeah, when you mentioned your niece, I'm like, heck yes. I want to ask them everything.
I
Go ahead and talk.
She is a fairy, like to me. That
Yes.
she is such a light. She's a little light. Yeah, and so right. She's a very good person to apply what I have trouble doing for myself.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, oh, yeah. What would if would I say these things to her? Absolutely not. What would I say? Okay, I'll say that
Mm-hmm.
to myself instead. So yeah.
Yes, but learn to 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 do that with her in a way. Like I play pretend with my niece all the time, which is not my blood niece, but my friend's granddaughter who kind of adopted as a niece. And playing pretend is like my favorite thing.
Hmm.
Imagine. Tell an imagined story. What's an imagined story? I don't know. Imagine imagine if um uh a unicorn just started to drive through or run through the parking lot right there, and how funny it would be if it saw me see it and like jumped on a tree. That would be so funny. Like it'd be just so funny. And that's what they want you to do is create an impossible ridiculous story. Create imagined sentences. Just let's get out of here. Let's go imagine and then come up with something. Imagine as soon as we lay these fairies down tonight, they're going to move everything, or it's going to be so different, or they're going to start planting seeds. Or can you imagine what they're going to do as soon as they're done? They're going to be so happy to see this. Those things there are bringing more to you and feeding more of you than you really think. And I love this medicine and this therapy for you with your niece. And yeah, I love all the healing that they're bringing to you. But this message is very important. This message of realizing how bright her light is
Yeah.
from where she came from, how
Mhm.
close she is to access. And it's like you're in hers. Like you're welcome, Auntie. You're welcome, Auntie. You can come and play in, yes, play in my magic. But yeah, that's something that is very hard, I think, I had a hard time doing that. It did take me about 8 months to be okay with the divine feminine, with my childlike nature, like that.
Yeah.
I would just keep that to myself, usually for myself, my escape.
Hmm.
So it's kind of like offer that to everyone and give everyone that opportunity to do that with themselves. And I think that's why they reminded me. Remember, you used to be her wife, so you have to help her. And
I
let's
was just thinking that. No, I was going to talk about my husband, which is true. And then they're like, but remember, Nina's your wife.
watch. Oh, same
Because they
message.
told both of us,
Yeah,
remember,
remember.
you're both married to men in this lifetime. And no, my this lifetime husband is a perfect counterbalance to me. He brings the fun out. So
Okay.
there's a lot of childlike joy in our time together. So I feel like I keep myself tight when I'm in my regular job, and then I come here and I'm loose. And then when I
Right.
you women, I'm looser, like I feel,
Yes.
but yeah, there's still a little discomfort in letting it totally fly.
So trust.
Yeah.
So that's something that I've discussed a lot. Discussed with Sarah. I discussed with Tom, and it's about release, trust,
Mhm.
listening to your body, and yeah, knowing the true essence of something or somewhere is very important. So that's what these learnings are,
Mhm.
to ensure that we can sense that and see that. Yeah. Yay. Okay. I do want to ask, is there something, last question, I mean, last subject matter. Um, is there a specific, they say reset, I guess reset. Is there a specific reset that you use to ground yourself?
Oh, good Lord. That's the thing that I'm having trouble with. So, yeah, so
What
for
are you
people,
doing now for people who have a hard time?
yeah, so um just to give some context, like pretty consistently when people look at my chakras and when I feel my own chakras from the heart up, I'm like blasting, just like,
Same.
and yeah, so the solar plexus and everything, sacral and root are like looking a little bit underutilized. Yeah.
What? You don't say.
Yeah, like I send some fire in there, like, oh, let me just try and, you know, turn the fire up in my root chakra. It's like a pilot light. It just gets sucked into like a black hole.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
So yeah, so I have
like that.
okay, so I take Epsom salt baths. I have grounding mat under my feet right now. I have a grounding mat and or grounding sheets and on pillow on my bed. I have this certain sequence of things that I do before bed, like clearing with selenite and removing my anything that isn't mine off of me, like calling back my sovereign energy, thanking my guides and telling them, or not telling them, just um, sharing with them what I was grateful for that day, and that's grounding for me to
Mhm.
remember, like how many things exactly they were there for me. So, and I have a lot of black crystals that I'll hold on to. That's like my crystal of choice when I'm doing certain readings and things to kind of try not to shoot too much in the outer space. Being with certain people, like I would say, like Diane and Sarah from our group are very grounding. Certain people are grounding. Um, you and I aren't grounding together. We know
No, we're
this.
fire and light. Fire, light, gas. Yeah. Whew. Yeah. You want to wake up? Call us. You want to go
Yeah,
to sleep? Close the door.
I've got that vibrational plate. I think I
Oh,
told
yeah.
that's how I prep for our meetings because it's like, oh, the energy is going to be ridiculous. I literally, like shake it out of me.
I
I
love it.
try to feel my butt on the chair, my feet on the ground. I have done the imagery of like shooting roots down into the core of the
Yes.
earth. I've got a tree that I run at every time we walk, and I put my head on it and I talk to it. And my husband is just used to this. I like knock him over. I'm like, I'm going to my tree.
I'll be right back.
Don't you see my tree is here? I have to talk to them. And I honor the tree. I tell it, thank you for protecting this land. Thank you for bringing us beautiful, flowers to look at. And I have started to try and get my feet in the ground more. It's hard in Vermont because it was so dark and cold for so long that I really, my guides, they were specifically saying you need to get outside and you need to touch stuff, like
Right.
dirt and
Yes.
um, put your feet in the ground. So I did. I took my shoes off yesterday when I went to the tree, and I'm like, I'm doing full root and hand
Good.
and head contact. So I like,
Yes.
and people
Good
are
job.
driving by, and I'm like, they think that I'm
I
probably,
don't care. Yeah.
yeah.
You're
Okay.
welcome. Talk about it.
They're just like, ah, I
Yes.
needed to talk to you. So, so even with all those things that I'm doing, grounding is still really hard for me. Like it's a constant. I'm pretty up here. I'm
Yeah.
up here.
We're
And so,
floating
what
there.
do you, what do you do?
I just turn them off. Sorry, it's very easy. But I
Wait,
did learn how to do it. Yeah, I
what?
literally just turn them off, or I'll tell them like later, later, or I'll. I had to train myself to do that. I did facilitate hape or rape for quite some time. I think 3 months. I would sit in my dark closet, administer hape under candlelight, and then just sit there in silence and allow my body to ground. So hape or rape is administered through the nasal cavity, and it's basically a ground up Amazonian tobacco, and it's for grounding. They administer it to their kids, little kids, like 6 years old, 8 years old. Like I've seen it. And I self administer. So I blow it into my nasal cavity, and then it completely shut my mind up. And it taught me how to shh and sit. And that was the first time that I felt my mind settle like sand,
Oh, mm-hmm.
like the hape. It was like, come down, sit with us. And so after doing that a certain amount of time, I just got used to being able to like settle down, off,
Yeah.
time to go off now, or time to come on, or hey guys. Um, Nicole explained it where I'm in two different states at one time. So yes, it's very busy, but I can turn it off if I need to come down because my body knows better. Um, my soul knows its purpose and my body knows better. I've always been very connected to my body. Like
Yeah.
I've sensed, I know this is weird information, but I've sensed a piece of extra tissue in my uterus. And when I had an ultrasound, they said it was about an inch and a half big, but I
Mm,
could feel it. I knew there was something. So there's those, like I can feel when a mosquito barely pierces my skin. I could
mm-hmm,
feel when he's about to, like right when he goes in, and I go anywhere on my body. So
mm-hmm.
I'm very connected to myself as well. Um, yeah, so I can just turn off. I do smoke weed, cannabis, and I do take edibles, and I have a very, very high tolerance. And I know it doesn't seem like it, but like I smoked right before I got in class, and it still only brings me down to like medium high. And I'm like, okay, well, what's next? Anything else? And because of my body and the way it facilitates foreign objects that go in, nothing really sticks. So it's kind of like I need to be, I need to be my best facilitator for information and comfort. And
Mm-hmm.
that's really how I think everybody I mean, that's what works for me. So telling my body, yes, this is what you need, or hey, can you check out, see, this is what you need. Communicating it with it to where I'm relying on it, I think gives me a lot more trust in my connections.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah. Somatics are a good place
freedom
for
nature.
people to start. Yeah. If
Yeah,
they're,
shake and dance. I love dancing naturally. So, and music. naturally has always called to me.
Yes.
So the moment I'm in any type of thing, I listen to one song like at least 15 times, and then I'm okay. Or
Yeah.
dancing really helps. I love dancing. I'm a dancing family. Like I came from a musical family, so everybody loves to party and dance. So that stuff really does help. Um, but yeah, I think that's why also there's another there was a lot of lessons there on how to calm myself and bring myself down. And I used to have those big crashes, but doing the hape is what I think trained my mind, forced my mind to quiet, because I didn't have an option to say, wait, 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 I don't want to feel like this. The hape was like
Yep.
one voice, one voice in my head for the first time. Creepy.
Yeah.
It's creepy in here. It's like creepy quiet. I'm like, where are all my friends? No, no background music. It was me, black space. And I was like, I really got to sit with myself in here, don't I? Okay. Yeah. That's
Well, yeah, music and dancing are really good points. I can picture us dancing on the beach with our group of women that are coming there in the summertime. That's going to be very healing for all of us. But like JJ just did that very deep
yes.
language today. I go straight to ground, right, when
Same.
she's doing that, like boom. It's like a lead weight. Bonk.
Yes.
And
Like
like,
batteries, like picking up a D
yeah,
battery.
Mongolian throat singing is what she said.
Yes.
It's similar to that, but it's light language. And it really, yeah. And hemisync music, I listen to quite a bit when I'm trying to sleep because it activates both
Sides. Yeah.
sides of your brain, but also you can pick frequencies that are intentionally meant to kind of like, for sleep, basically. So it's not activating. And I have these little Schumann resonance little, I don't know, devices,
Uh huh.
that tries, and I have them set at very certain frequencies to kind of mimic what the regular Schumann resonance is, because, with all these solar flares and things, everything is like crazy, and I am susceptible to those. So I have two of them, one set at a healing frequency, the other one is like the 7.93 or whatever it is that the Schumann
Yeah.
resonance is supposed to be, like with the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, like it's just another, those are grounding as well. Um, but wow, yeah, I didn't know about we should probably say for entertainment purposes only. Don't do everything that we just said.
This is just us
We're
talking.
not
This is
doctors.
for entertainment purposes only. We are not physicians or mental health professionals, and we do not offer any advice. This is us talking about our sharing our experience.
Yeah. She's just my
Yes,
sister wife and we're chatting.
that's all it is. California, Vermont. We used to be married. You're welcome. No, I am so grateful for you, for meeting you, for spirit telling me um, my previous purposes in life with you. Um, and like I told everyone else, it was past lives at first sight, for real, for real. Like
Yeah.
immediately, it was I'm gotta. How do you tell somebody you gotta move to their house? I don't know. It's
Yeah.
a stranger, but it the way that spirit connects us as well with messages and the same images or the same type of message. I think the divinity in that, I think that's what excites me and always brings like a really bright and like yay like because we remember. She doesn't, but we do. Like and that's how it feels, and I'm like, I'm just going with the feeling, and they're just like, yes, grateful, we found. And yeah, I'm grateful for your presence and your energy and your gifts. um, the healing that you offer is so intentionally the way that they're showing it to me, it's like magical, artistic, invigorating. They're like giving me all these words, but the image that they're showing to me is like a vase barely being formed from hot glass, and the support that it's going to offer, the beauty it's going to bring to the table, to the windowsill, like to the eye. It's I'm just so honored by it. So thank you so much today for your time. And thank you in this lifetime for finding me. And
My
yeah,
God. I scored hard when I got you as a sister wife. I'm like, uh, I went up,
just
I'm like,
leveled.
she's coming down, and I'm like, I scored.
No
No,
flipping way,
I
not with our energies.
yeah, I'm obsessed with you. I love you too, and could not be more grateful for all of these interactions that we get to have with spirit together, and that we get to share everything. So, yeah, when you're ready to move, just come on over. We got some space.
We're
My
ready.
husband's really nice.
My
I'm
husband
sure.
said K.
Yeah. Okay.
That sounds good. All right. Thanks everyone for joining me and Danra today. The next video that I'm going to have is not going to be with a guest. This is going to be just me, and I'm going to be channeling, and that's what they told me. So I'm going with it. I'm going to be facilitating some practices as well, including the hape, and then channeling messages. So I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Thank you for joining today, and follow Danra. Look her up, Soul Illuminations with Danra, on YouTube and on Instagram and on Facebook.
Yeah, everywhere. And Nina
Everywhere.
and I are in a light language awakening series. We're just having
Yes.
our final of six
6.
next Tuesday. So
Yes.
that is
Next Tuesday
it's
at
pretty
1:30 Eastern Time. Uh,
on all of our channels.
all over. one
Yeah.
thirty Eastern Time. Look it up. Hope to see you there. Have a good day.
Love you.
I love you so much.